sorry, Craig, not Derek.
Yeah.
And we do the thing, and the ship blows up, and he blames us.
Well, that seems like a Craig's problem.
He is the captain. No. All right. I think we are live now, though.
That's fine.
0%.
Yeah, and see here we're sitting for.
Like Twilight Struggle just
Is
gave
this-
up on Derek.
No,
Yeah.
this is what happened
Derek
last
can't-
time. I think Derek can
We'll
still
get there.
hear. But yeah, I mean it's interesting.
I see Craig's stream and I see it's not Twilight Struggle, and I close his stream unless it's that stupid game that Tim suggested him to play.
Yes.
That was actually kind of entertaining to watch.
The game is awesome.
Which one?
I want to be the Bosch.
I don't know that one. Yeah, it seems like
one
Craig gets. Sorry.
1%. We're there.
Yeah,
Imagine
it seems
playing,
like
playing Blitz like this.
yeah, because the countdown's already started, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
The timer, I mean,
Game's been accepted.
Yeah, that would suck.
I feel like Frank should share his screen or something. Oh, this is painful.
No, it'll
Maybe go 16 next.
It'll get
Oh,
going.
nope, 9, 11.
Oh.
All right, it's going.
It's picking up.
Cloud is correcting at 22%.
Not the only
23.
thing that's
Come on, little feller. You can get there.
Yeah, you could do it. You could do it. It's not your first time.
Oh God. Oh wait, we had a little spurt there. Now we're slowing back down.
I need to stop cooling
Frank's probably
non-battlegrounds,
sitting in
so
the-
this will hurry up.
That's
Frank's
the
problem.
huh?
I was gonna say Frank's probably sitting there being like, "What the hell is going on right now?"
Derek's really thinking on this one, isn't he?
Yeah,
No, I think
hard setup for them.
Yeah.
He must
I
have a
think,
weak hand.
I think Frank has an idea of what's going on. Oh, here we go.
Oh, we got past the ring.
Oh, come on. So close. We have to see how much time he actually lost on this. I didn't see who was playing which side either. If I did, I probably forgot that one. Oh, here we
Derek
go.
was a side.
All right, Derek's the U.S.
He lost 2.5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And 30 seconds of that was I don't even know who's the other player. Frank? Is that right?
Frank. Yeah.
30 seconds of that was that.
All right. Well, we are watching another Team Illinois Illinois tourney, I guess, game against Derek and Frank.
PowerPoint presentation style.
Something like that, yeah.
I've had PowerPoints go way quicker than this. I could give my thesis defense before this game ends.
There's no real strong headline here for the U.S.
No. I mean, he could
get one it. Special to get adjacency.
Special could be good.
Yeah. I mean, you do have socialist government, so it's a little more likely that it will actually do something.
Yeah, I feel like knowing that you had soft govs, you could have gone like 5-1-3-2 with special, and you're like 1 off away from France.
Yeah, I was thinking 3 Iran, 1 France, 3 Italy, since you have socialist governments.
Yeah,
you could still headline special and be just 1 away.
Yeah.
Oh, Iranian.
And France.
2 very odd headlines here.
Well, I wonder if he's planning on destalling pretty quickly.
That is a possibility with that headline.
Yes, but he's got to do it before Independent Reds comes out, though.
Yeah. There's still several stronger headlines than that, even if you're trying to fuel a destall. So I wouldn't read into that too much.
I wonder if
even Olympic Games is better.
Yeah, I mean, he might just have all Well, Suez would have been.
I would have
Nice,
suspected
too.
Suez as well. So
Doesn't do too
Oh,
well
and
in the
the
coup roll.
two.
Yeah. The mighty headlines. Yeah, those were two very mighty headlines.
see if Derek plays
I would-
Warsaw first, just in case NATO is active in their hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Only
would
thing I
take.
And you're giving away. They already have D-stall fuel, so there's really no reason not to.
You know.
Take-
So if you do play a 3F, what you take?
Definitely one in
Ran.
Malaysia.
Yeah. Malaysia, Ren.
Or you
Pack.
take a round back, yeah. Pack could be dangerous though, because it's on a 4 and he could just coup to get right in there.
Except he cooed with Suez, and the only reason why I think he didn't headlight Suez is he might not have another good free 3-off.
Yeah,
So,
I guess it'd have to be if he's willing to coup with the China card, which I would be, but
yeah.
I know others
Yeah,
are
but
not.
you're holding IP war, so it's a 50-50.
Yeah, that's true.
Still could be holding a
And he'll drop.
nuclear test ban too. So
You think he'd coup with Suez over in TB there, though?
it's possible.
Yeah. Save the op for later on in case you need it.
Going into Afghanistan instead of Pakistan though for now.
I do prefer Egypt over Afghanistan. I think. I don't think Afghanistan is that aggressive of a play.
Well, he already took care of Suez, so you're only really worried about AI right now.
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
branching
which-
out further, which is nice.
Yeah. You would think if he had both Suez and AI, he'd be willing to headline one of them and risk.
Oh,
it
you
being-
headline AI there 100%.
Yeah.
AI is a pretty strong headline. I
Yeah.
think it's undervalued a little bit, but there are clearly better and stronger headlines.
Yeah,
Pricey
Derek's-
headline. Yeah, it's a little interesting. I agree.
Yeah.
with
Derek is saying he's surprised that that didn't get headline.
Mhm. Oh, influence. Yeah, this is signaling weekend.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I'd say he has KW and he's gonna fill up the rest of Korea with it there. I still feel like one Afghanistan, one Korea is sufficient, but
I do like just taking France here. It's pretty reasonable, but I don't think it's an urgency. But it's reasonable, though.
I would prefer getting like domination maybe, or spreading some in the Middle East a little bit, or I think he's.
I just don't think he's gonna coup Iran again.
No, I don't think so.
I think Frank knows that Frank doesn't have Middle East, or Frank has 5-year plan, or doesn't have Middle East. So I don't think there's any urgency in Middle East at the moment. So I think we're going to see just a conservative Asia play and just try to save as many VPs as possible.
Yeah, well, Frank might be keeping it F4 right now because he thinks that might scare Derek a little of moving into some of these battleground countries in Asia.
Yeah, the key battleground.
Yeah, but
that's one reason I like Egypt though, is it's a waste of a coup, like waste of ops at a risk,
right?
And it doesn't net too much value right now, I don't think. And then that allows you to move into Thailand potentially.
So is he taking South Korea? Oh, no, he's.
But that's I like this play when you're playing conservative.
Yeah, a lot of low op cards though for Frank to start.
Yeah.
So yeah, now
Max, what do you think about spacing socialists here instead of trying to blockade it away?
With this much red still out turn 2, I think you blockade it. I think you're gonna run into a position where you might get swamped with a lot of red next turn, and if you get purged with blockade, the decall is just not what you want to see.
Yeah,
I think you
just
give up a 2 VP.
Also, if you get rid of blockade, you also get another card you can draw as well.
Yeah, which is probably bad in this case when you look at all the cards that are coming out turn 1. Like the deck's gonna be pretty stacked with things you don't want to see.
Yeah.
Well,
and purge is of course devastating if that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm of the opinion if you could get rid of blockade for free, do it, I don't think it's worth 2 VP to risk drawing decall and getting purged.
Yeah. Leaving Egypt at 1 could be tempting for Frank to coup it.
I don't think Frank's going to drop the
Yeah,
duck
but-
on here.
I think that's a mistake if he coups Egypt, which is why I like it so much
Yeah.
in this situation.
Frank's going
Simple
to
driven.
force Derek to use an inefficient play to get mill ops for sure.
Yeah, with Indo-Pac, it definitely will be. And he might not even
Just the
get
right way
enough-
to play the best way to play a weak hand is to force him to waste ops in a coup or over something irrelevant.
Yeah.
And if he
Moving Lebanon.
doesn't coup a battleground, he might be losing some mill-op points here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I preferred one in Pakistan there. Libya was fine, but I think one Pakistan was actually pretty good. At least you win Thailand over it.
So
Then even if they coup it back successfully, you have Indo-Pac as backup, and you can still coup Iraq to remove presence.
yeah,
And then Indo-Pac. So,
he might be couped out of Lebanon though.
but yeah, that's true. I'm not sure about like the Lebanon play. That seemed a little early.
Yeah.
And
It's also
They're
means-
showing a weak hand, so
yeah, and I really don't
So-
like going there first when you can still coup in the Middle East because it's such a low defense on it.
right, and Frank isn't doing anything super aggressive, so
Yeah. I think if you're
Just
making
gives-
another
it gives
threat on
value.
the board for something that's contested, interesting that he had De Gaulle.
Yeah,
So if you have De Gaulle, I think headlining Suez there and cooing with De Gaulle makes perfect sense.
yeah.
that seems like
So,
a
I
strong
don't know.
idea.
So if Derek goes into
But-
Pakistan here, he's going to have to use his last turn to get some mill ops, or he's going to be down a
This
bunch.
Yeah, this is a mistake. Now is not the time to move into Pakistan because now you might be sacrificing your mill ops potentially,
Well, Pakistan,
keeping DEFCON high.
yeah. Well, Indo-Pac will get him some if he events it, but I mean, it's not going to be enough.
It gives another coup.
I mean,
like,
if
you can't get mill ops and take Thailand. Is the problem?
Oh,
with this,
yeah.
this line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm Frank, I might poke West Germany here.
And he flips Lebanon.
How you just coup Lebanon?
Yeah, or are you going to coup a battleground to drop it and save a point? There's not.
What does Frank hold?
Oh,
Frank's holding 5-year plan.
I don't think Frank's cooing Lebanon back after that roll.
Screen flickering for you guys.
Yeah, Derek's great internet connection.
Hmm.
So this is the dream for Derek.
Yeah, de-stall, decall. As long as he's not, as long as he headlines this into a red scare, that's the main thing.
Defectors is a great headline.
Yeah,
And pretty much well, I guess he could do Europe scoring headline, but Defectors I'd say is better.
Yeah, it stops you from getting purged. But blockade's out, so even if you're purged, you're putting decall back in the deck instead of decall. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Asia. Maybe a little scared of defectors. I'd play conservative
Probably
Asia
a-
play.
Yeah,
Only-
it might also
Let me
mean
save
just
the point.
he has no access, which we know he has no access. So another
not
2.
Still not rolling high on those coups. Didn't
No,
get
he
any.
is not.
And Derek can
He
just
start
walk
a clinic
back.
there.
Nobody listened to my tips when I last gave
Oh
him.
no! Don't space. You got to take Iran here.
No, he
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
he would be playing that for the event instead of spacing. But yeah, I agree. You need to take Iran back.
Don't give up that contested battleground.
I like the one India here. I think that's pretty smart. Just
Yeah.
in case a big coup in Pakistan does occur. You're
Yeah,
gonna want that.
yeah, I agree on that.
Yeah, 2 Iran, 1 Pakistan seems like a pretty strong move.
Triggering the event first is good.
So this is, you have the ops here. Do you go through Africa knowing that you're spacing decall or destall? You definitely have the ops to step out.
I mean,
You have the ups, but do you have the turns to really do that? You'd be eventing Korean War to get into Zaire.
Yeah, does that
you'd
really
have
matter?
to use. You would have had to use that one up from Comcon to step out into Angola to do it properly.
Yeah, and then I don't really think giving the coup up there is worth it. So I don't think now's the time to do Africa. I don't think there's an urgency.
If he steps out, it's going to be couped, I would imagine. If it's such an easy country to coup.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Early space.
Frank finally got his high roll and failed on the space roll there.
There's no worse feeling than going for that first space box first and missing.
Yeah. Europe gets scored, so Derek is now taking the lead.
We know Frank has 5-year plan from the UN play, so I think we'll see a 5-year plan of Middle East AR6.
Yeah.
That's possible, but I would have queued Panama in that situation, I think.
I think you might have a 5-year plan for Europe, though. But now that Europe's gone.
Yeah, and with the coup in Iran, if he actually got some influence there and got it, he might have tried to get domination there.
Maybe,
but
yeah.
that'd be a lot of. Well, I mean, I guess he'd just have to take Saudi at that point.
Yeah, Frank's in a tough spot here, knowing that with us knowing decall and destall, it's going to be a tough fight, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. No access, not great ops. This is the first 2 rolls.
That's a reason to prioritize Panama, in my opinion, is to try to get some mid-war presence.
Yeah. So would you would space decall this turn and hold destall?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty clear option there.
Destall is much more valuable.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
I know a lot of US players want to hold decall to turn 3, but I'm of the opinion if you get turn 1 or 2, I think spacing it's a very reasonable play to not risk that blockade purge decall situation.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the potential being put into that situation, for sure. Interesting.
North Korea protect. Interesting.
So is he thinking of playing the China card then, or he just wants to prevent a poke?
Maybe. I'm not really sure what that means, because if he's holding 5-year plan and CIA is still out there, that's putting himself at a pretty big risk. Maybe he knows he doesn't have. Maybe Fidel was played, so maybe he knows he can play CIA for free.
Yeah,
Fidel could be a reason.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, there it is. We're right, Tim.
5-year Marshall.
And the 2 4-ops you don't want to see is the USSR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can take 2 of the 2 stabs with Marshall and kind of like level that out, but
I hate that. I think you give up Japan here with Asia scored. And France is still weak if you redraw de Gaulle.
Was Libya full at the start of this turn? And he couped Iran instead? Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
There could have been an option to coup Libya instead. Because if you get 1 influence, you gain access to Africa, which could have been pretty valuable here. Maybe he's just holding on to that decall and destall both in the deck.
I mean, if you haven't seen it, you have to hope one of them is, yeah.
Yeah, it's be reasonable to hope that at least one is in the big coup in Iraq. That's why not.
Not
big coup to knock him down one.
Pulls the 6.
Mm-hmm. Well, you pretty much got to repair that. There's not a lot else going on.
Frank's based Norad, so he's either giving up the China card to be able to hold either Japan or Marshall, or he's giving up both.
It seems like
that is
I think he's going to take Japan and hold U.S. Japan. Actually, is an interesting idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that could get him one score with it at least. I was ready to coup Malaysia with Marshall later if you didn't.
Yeah, at least force Derek to coup a 3-stab. Get
Yeah.
ops. So there's
Yeah,
no
but
reason to coup there himself. So
yeah, still down 2 mil ops right now.
And Derek doesn't really want to coup for the rest of this turn if he could avoid it.
Yeah.
especially with this
I
hand.
think
like,
yeah. I feel like at space here, you know there's no rush on a lot of things.
And actually, yeah, Frank could have flipped Pakistan this whole turn.
yeah, that's a better idea when we knew where CIA was. So yeah, I think that should have been an opportunity he should have taken. I think you're right there. If CIA is not in his hand and he's playing the whole 5-year plan, playing China becomes very risky at that point. I think.
Yeah, because then you're forced to play it or hold it.
Yeah. Especially since he knew he was dumping Asia and has already scored. So
taking Saudi with the Nasser headline gives you a very close to Middle East domination. So I'm kind of for that.
Yeah, and you know Middle East is going to be scored next turn.
Yeah. But this is all Derek right now, holding decall and destall at the moment. This is all
I'll let
Derek.
you guys answer that. Oh no, you guys are not watching the stream, right?
I'm not in the stream now. I think giving up Marshall here makes sense. U.S. Japan is a little bit too strong.
Yeah. You can already say like Europe is gone for the U.S.
Yeah, Europe is definitely defended well, but there is tricks to steal France, or you can brush for Italy, of course. Or no, NATO's active now, isn't it?
Yeah, NATO.
So,
Yeah, he played NATO.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can
picked up
still
Marshall.
steal France, maybe, but it's basically a lost cause.
Yeah.
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 Because you wouldn't be able to get domination even if you got it with all the other countries.
Right. Jordan's
Ugh,
interesting.
I really
He's
don't like that.
well.
I think I would have preferred Saudi and break Pakistan just to threaten.
I think he's banking
India?
on Egypt there, like getting Nasser and then breaking and getting a domination by just breaking it.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Country count
expensive,
there.
though.
Just
Oh well, no, it'd still
Yeah.
be 2-2. So I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Even like ops into Japan might have been interesting. I think. Or I guess he has. Oh yeah, if he's planning to use the China card, which I think he should, just take Japan.
I feel like one into Pac there threatens India, threatens the Pakistan flip.
Yeah. I like India or ops into Japan most.
Yeah.
Now, there is an option to where he might be able to get Vietnam revolts in a 4-op and flip Thailand. So Derek does need to overprotect Thailand if he can, which doesn't mean inventing Korean War.
Yeah, you have to invent Korean War.
Yeah, he can space it. He doesn't have to, but
I mean, is it really?
I think you're leaving yourself a little vulnerable.
Is it really a reason not to invent it if it's already gone to the Soviets?
I don't know if I agree with playing U.S. Japan here.
If you're just gonna do that.
Oh, okay, that's an interesting idea.
And actually, Derek would have to use D-stall to get it back, which he will not do.
Yeah, Japan's a future you problem.
Okay.
It's not a right now problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you give up the 2 mil ops, but then Thailand with the China coup. Yeah, no matter what, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't see it mattering. He's going to fight. I mean, I guess you have to.
I don't agree with that. No.
Yeah, I think you can do other stuff first.
I think you take the coup. If you don't want to do that, just go India, Thailand.
Yeah, agreed.
Looks like that's what he's going for.
Either or is fine.
Yeah, which he's doing. Always got to fill up the Gulf states. Oh, he's going back to his Japan play.
Like, I think even
But,
Israel
like,
might have been
see-
better than Jordan. But
Yeah, I agree. This is also where like you had De Gaulle and Suez. You chose not to do either of them for Romanian. I just don't agree with it. Like even at late turn 6 De Gaulle on or AR6 De Gaulle on turn 1 could have probably done a little bit of damage without knowing Derek's hand if it was weak.
Yeah, and especially if you have both, you can definitely don't have to worry about one of them getting defected.
yeah, like De Gaulle is your access card. It's the only one you've drawn. You've got to take advantage of winning Algeria the best you can.
Yeah.
It's not really about winning France. It's about getting something in the mid-war.
Right.
Trying to force your access as USSR is pretty much your number one priority.
So it looks like he's going one Thailand, one Japan with that. Oh, and Derek gets Europe again to score that right
Europe
away.
And Middle
and
East, which is
Nasser.
huge.
Yeah, Middle
and
East.
Nasser.
He's going to have to. I don't know where
And
he's going to be
Duck.
able to get. He's going to have to take Israel though to get domination in the
Don't
Middle East.
I don't think you have the ops to do well. I don't think you have the ops to do that this turn because you know you're going to get purged. So you could either contain
Yeah,
to counter the purge, or you could duck to protect Thailand from a China coup.
I think duck and cover is a mistake. Containment is the better headline, I think. Plus, the purge is just so likely to come out now, and if they headline something like De Gaulle and you headline duck and cover, then you're in an interesting situation then with Europe.
Yeah. Containment here will definitely help pretty much every AR or counter red scare purge.
And if you don't get purged, it's pretty strong because you can space Nasser and still hold D stall.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And containment would allow Arab Israeli to take Israel without any worries.
Right.
The containment's still pretty strong, even if it's not full ops value. It's still good.
Because duck only drops it to 3, but I guess that also invites a Libya or Iran coup to like flip Middle East.
Yeah. If he drops it to 3, I think it's definitely getting cooed right away.
I mean, maybe he's scared of a Thailand coup, and that is understandable. Just feels like containment's more I don't think Middle East is good, but it does save ops in a turn, which is important, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, Vietnam revolts.
I think.
Okay. So now
Middle
we're going to
East
see a
is
big
the
Thailand
only-
coup. So.
Yeah. I think Middle East is the only one I really didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, I
wouldn't
guess
like
it's
Europe either. Europe is pretty.
So is this on Thailand then? Yeah. Oh,
Ouch.
once again, these are some terrible rolls.
Well,
That is so
this might be a
unfortunate.
quickie.
Yeah.
Yeah. There can take back both Thailand. Well, he's gonna have to overprotect Thailand, I guess, but he could get that and Japan back.
Japan doesn't even matter right now.
No, it doesn't. At least
I would use a 3 there to cover Lao.
Maybe he can roll well in Panama. Let's hope.
Sorry, Frank. I tried.
I think, yeah, I agree. Frank should be cooing here, and I think Panama is like you have to coup Panama here and try and get in.
You got to get the
That's
influence. Okay, I see the logic here to win Laos and make them force it, but
force another op into Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just for low. I'm getting your coup, but forcing them to respond, which is not bad, and you win Lao out of it, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Be interesting is if Frank does have like Asia scoring or something as well.
I mean, if you have Asia, you drop it right now. 100%.
Yeah, so you can't imagine it getting better.
That prioritizes over Panama coup even.
Yeah, 100%. Is your one op from Asia being gone for the rest of the game? With Middle East gone, though, Nasser is really not that big of a problem, considering, well, unless Myanmar comes out before Sadat, but the risk you have to take.
Yeah. Yeah, with Middle East gone, it's not a huge threat right now. And even, I mean, you can if you really wanted, you could take Israel to still hold half the battlegrounds as well.
Their stream is so bad right now on Twitch. It's like painful how slow it is.
I think
Yeah, someone commented that it was a little laggy.
Frank's best option here is, of course, coup Panama, and then do 2 plays that I think are pretty out of the line of normal standard strategy. I think that is go Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and Colombia walk, threatening Nicaragua and Colombia at the same time.
Yeah.
That way you can at least force access to one of the 2 key battlegrounds in the mid-war.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now he's threatening Israel. I mean India, sorry.
But how he's playing in Asia has me a little worried that he might actually have Asia in hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm
If he didn't score Asia before taking Burma, then
that's also true. That's a good point.
Where do you go with that second op though?
India
I think
and Indonesia.
Burma and Malaysia, yeah.
Oh, Indonesia, right? Yeah.
Frank took Burma with Cambridge 5, and then AI went into India and Indonesia.
Yeah.
I guess Frank's just trying to take advantage of the Vietnam bonus, but you have to just coup Panama and hope you get in. Like, you have to force a Colombia coup or.
Well, but every move he's done so far has made Derek respond, so he could. He still has that option, and hopefully he'll take it soon. But
not really. Burma didn't do anything that he had to respond. I mean, he needs to take India to prevent China, but even then, it's just not that great with Formosan active.
Taking something that doesn't give you points and forcing your opponent to take points is kind of a negative play in general. Which is kind of what the Burma does there. It's like, I'll take Burma, you take India. Like, that's not a good trade.
No, I mean it helps with Southeast Asia scoring, but yeah,
he needs a big one here.
Okay,
that's enough.
Yeah, Europe's going to be scored.
I think Frank should prioritize this and get 3 into Panama by the end of this turn, because if he gets VOA'd out and there's no other access coming, he's done.
Right. I mean, he could just dump 2 in there right now and it'd be a fine AR.
I really wish he did this a turn earlier. Do the Costa Rica walk. Colombia, Nicaragua.
Yeah.
I know that's a weird play, but I think you got to try something.
Cut NORAD again to space, but gets a point back now. There goes D-stall, which Frank is not happy about.
Frank should be happy about that, actually.
Well, I mean, not.
Now there's a chance to use Salt to basically put yourself back in the game.
Yeah. I was mean that he just didn't draw it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of don't agree with the spacing D-stall. It's not pressing, and to keep it out of the discard without Salt being known is pretty important on this board.
Yeah, and Nasser doesn't have much effect on the game, I don't think, right now.
No. And you can use containment to just pick.
There is one thing to be said about the Asia play, is that Eric has not moved into Africa at all. It's pretty good for Frank, actually. I would expect at least Algeria, Angola, and Zaire by now.
Well, he might take 2 of those at the end of this, or at least Algeria.
You go Angola. Yeah, Algeria is perfectly fine.
Angola's suicide in essence for Southern Africa.
Yeah. Because he'll just get food next time. Yeah.
I don't agree. Panama was higher priority.
Yeah, he could just be BOA'd out, or a whole host of things.
I don't think he should play in fear of VOA given the board state, but You think you should have at least done some kind of ops over there?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
I mean,
they could get a card that lets him steal Panama right back in the headline.
yeah, but you can't live in fear of everything. So I do agree with Tim, but I think in this case you just have nothing else to do. It's your only op in the mid war. Putting 2 in there to get it to 3 is like you should put 1 in anyway to get presence in CA. There's nothing wrong with putting 2 in.
Right.
Mhm.
I'd like to
See, where are these ops?
see Afghanistan right now.
Afghanistan,
in
Philippines. Okay.
Philippines, I think. Well, he's got both
DRG.
NASA and Sadat.
Oh my God, that's even Missile Crisis should be the auto headline. It's so good here.
Over defectors.
Yeah, that is the argument. I think is defectors or CMC, but I think CMC is pretty strong.
But what are you about worried?
And you also get
What are you really worried about being cooed right now, though? Because
That's
it's
the
only
thing.
Middle East.
Colombia can't be accessed, which is nice, and Shay's a free card then too. I guess Shay's already
Oh,
a free
true.
card, so maybe it's
Yeah, like CMC
Defectors
prevents
is
the
reasonable,
war
though.
in Colombia.
That makes a great point. Is that what is there to coup? So there isn't
Yeah,
anything.
The only
Coup Middle
It does
East and waste
prevent.
drops.
Yeah, it does prevent the Colombia walk and like the Colombia coup war, which I think Frank should be basically thinking is a top priority right now.
yeah.
He's got the nice Nasser Sadat combo. That's kind of cool. You don't see that every day.
Going
Oh,
back to France now,
okay.
but got defected.
Yeah. Yeah, Defectors was better there because that granted the Algeria access.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going for a coup anyways. Oh.
It's a smart play. Oh, and he got
It's
rewarded for it.
He
Nice.
gets one in.
Yeah.
He hits on the South Africa.
It's the 50-50. Yeah.
See, I
It's one of
told
those
Except
plays you don't think about,
DRG.
but it's
Oh,
the odds are actually decent. So you have to go to him.
I sometimes suggest cooing 3 stabs. Of course, I approved of that.
Yeah,
It knocks. I actually am always fine with that. Well, not always, but I like that one because if you can knock them out, as out of the southern Africa, it's really hard if they don't have colonial for them to do any damage in Africa as the U.S. player.
Eric's about to break his heart though, right now.
Yeah.
No justice in this game. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta take risk to to force your access and your chances.
Yeah.
And that's why we were talking about the Columbia play earlier. It's like sometimes you just gotta try it.
I'm a big proponent of if you don't have D-Cell but you get Panama, either turn 3 if you have free ops or turn 4, you start a Colombia coup war because odds are you're going to lose most of South America if you don't. So you just have to do it.
Yeah. And you knew Derek had at least one trouble card in hand too. Probably.
Yeah.
No, he had 2 because he had Nasser.
He's
and
still playing heavy
and
into
Stall.
Asia.
There is a lot of ops there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he just played even more into Asia. Well, I guess with
This I
Formosa,
agree with.
yeah.
That I agree with. That gives you domination for 1 or 3 ops. That's fine. That's a good swing. Thailand is a juicy brush war target, though.
Yeah, if he
It
has
is.
if he has Rush War, that would be very nice to go after right now.
I'm not a big realigned fan, especially when it's at a negative, but I really think taking a shot at Angola is worthwhile in this situation.
See where he's going with
I'm
it.
hoping this is just a flip, though.
Yeah.
I can respect the flip. I think that's good.
Would you have flipped first or taken South Africa first?
Flip.
Flip is better than at South Africa, I think. Derek's mistake was not taking Zaire with CRG.
Yeah. It doesn't want to get flipped back.
That
So
coup
if
won him hopefully 2 battlegrounds. It's pretty good.
if Brush War hits Thailand and Frank gets a coup in Africa, this
Mhm.
game has suddenly become a lot closer. I think.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen. Brush
Oh,
Thai,
yeah. I
Thailand,
mean,
and coup Africa. Like
if he gets Thailand out on a brush war, that basically flips Asia like right around. It won't give
yeah,
them
it's
domination, but it'll give them almost all the points in Southeast Asia.
it would be huge.
And
That's the
yeah.
the simplest two card combo to really get back in this game. ABM works as well if it's a big coup.
Yeah.
So if I'm Derek here, I'm holding Cuban Missile Crisis to headline turn 5 with this board.
Yes, that makes good sense.
Because preventing the Africa coup can guarantee you domination at this point. Unless you run into like decal or something, but I think holding CMC here is super powerful.
And it doesn't hurt you to hold it either. Like
Yeah.
No,
I mean, he'd still have to worry about realigns, but other than that, it'd be tough to fight domination.
yeah. If you can get rid of a one up and not be able to take advantage of your position, then you should always do that and hold a stronger guard for later. I agree with what Max is saying there.
Yeah.
Let's try in the
yeah,
Costa
I
Rica
like
walk.
that.
Yeah. I like that.
I like that a lot.
Where did
A little frozen, it looks like.
yeah,
There we go.
well,
Derek's computer is just so bad.
where did he
Need
was
a Striker Internet Derek computer stream.
where did you go with that op? Was it into
Costa Rica.
no, Derek's op.
Oh,
Mexico.
Oh, over Angola also matter. Yeah, of course it is. I like
Frank
over.
is improving his position. Can't see what's happening. LG.
They can
just
paint.
happened.
Panama.
Oh,
Good move.
USSR played that, I see. Yeah, just dump Central America. There's nothing you can do here.
Be thinking of oh yeah.
One thing I will say about the Costa Rica play is that you were pretty unlikely to get to Cuba, and you're just giving up mill-ups.
It does give a good like coup target just to get mill-ups.
Not a good coup target, but
Well, I
a
mean,
target.
a
Yeah.
coup target. Yeah, sorry, yeah, coup target.
I mean, if Derek has to use CMC for a coup at this point, I think Frank's coming out ahead.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
Frank also
'Cause-
doesn't know that either. So
Yeah, that's true. But if
And
I'm
it's-
Derek, I give up the 2 VP to hold CMC to protect Africa.
Yeah, and
I mean, coup with
to do it.
Sadat, like it's not unreasonable.
Yeah, let's just make it 1 VP. It's not unreasonable.
Like that one op could go like Algeria. Like that's decent, but I would just take the one VP guaranteed.
Yeah.
Summit.
An uninvented summit.
Went somewhere, I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
Summit into South Africa.
yeah, he went into
CMC is going onto the board for ops.
yeah.
He's gonna forgo mill ops and
He's going to lose 2 points here. Then,
Rick's making this a serious challenge for us.
yeah. So looks like Cameroon and Saharan. I don't like any of that, to be honest.
I don't like that
Yeah.
much either. I mean, you're giving up an easy way to get like access to some of these other battlegrounds for Frank.
Yeah, there's not much
Now-
reason to do this. I don't think.
I mean, I would
Yeah.
rather just
So
take
now
out
you have
Derek first.
Agreed. But now you have to hope that you either see like How I Learned or
I'm not sure about the South
Grain
Africa.
Sales or something, because you need to drop DEFCON in the headline here.
Is that grain sales I just saw? It is.
Yeah, you did just see Grain Sales and PCR for South American access.
Oh
and
my
salt.
god. This is a great hand for Mr. Derek.
So do you agree that of him going into South Africa though?
No, I can't see the board, so I'm not positive, but it seemed pretty weak.
Oh, you guys can't see it right now?
Not really.
No, it's flickering. I could say I could see it, but this is fucking painful.
I can see it. I could like it's not flickering for me on Discord.
Ooh, How I Learned. Yeah, that's not what you want to. Okay, use Alliance to coup.
Yeah,
Probably Angola.
Yeah.
Probably I would imagine.
Then he'll set that kind of 3 and
counter
he'll
coup.
do a coup.
Knocks Frank out and gets another op into Angola.
And seeing PCR in your hand here is the resistance.
Getting rid of EU probably it doesn't really hurt Frank at this point.
No, but you go Romania there because of like later on, let's say the weird Sokov headline, and he has his non-battleground.
Yeah. Going on Angola back and gets a huge roll.
Yeah, so the status quo remains.
Gonna need some pretty huge rolls here going forward. Come back.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Saharan coup because you force Derek to use 3 ops in Africa to protect Nigeria and Algeria.
He might have ABM in hand. I can see that not being headlined here.
Yeah, if he.
But it's Camp David. That's gross. That is not a good sign.
That is not a good sign.
Realign probably and knocks him out of.
Gets it. Gets it.
And going and knocks him out of South Africa as well.
Okay.
2 good rolls there for him.
Yeah. Derek goes for the space.
Failed space.
Green fails.
Well, that gives Frank a chance to get 2 points on space, so that's really nice.
Yeah, and he can take his time doing it as well.
Counters with Bear Trap, space,
and
misses.
I don't know what he rolled, but he failed it. Both Quag and Bear Trap are gone in the same turn now.
I think Derek has to make the conscious decision never to stream from his side again on Discord and Twitch.
Zoom it doesn't do as bad as it does on Discord.
Southeast Asia, he scored that, so his lead is dwindling some.
I still think you coup Saharan. It's a 3-op play for your coup.
Yeah.
You force a response in Algeria and Nigeria.
And if he sent, and even Frank doesn't know this, but if he does do that after Salt gets played, Derek can't respond to all of that in the same AR.
I'd argue that Cameroon's a little bit better because you can threaten a realign or to overtake.
Well,
or you can take Zaire.
Yeah, he did. Well, I mean, you can. I guess you have to coup back.
The reason I say this is Frank or Derek would have to put ops into Zaire and Nigeria, which he already has, as opposed to just taking Algeria. So you're making a threat and forcing them to put ops for something he already has, while also threatening realigns and playing a coup for the next round.
Liberation.
That's solid.
I mean, you
should upset about
that.
Liberation.
No.
Play event.
I know it's scored, but I still think you should answer that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now Frank can just take Mexico.
Was cultural played so far?
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen it.
Yeah.
No, we did.
Last turn, and Derek played it.
Yeah, Derek played AR 1 or
There goes
2 of
Fidel.
turn 4.
Discard.
Discard just one and got Brezhnev, which that's not bad.
Interesting turn 6 Astronaut. I wonder what that means. That card's pretty free on turn 7.
Well, since Derek
I
stole
think he's got a scoring?
I'm not sure, but since Derek stole both a card in the headline and the China card, he has to play his whole hand now.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's a scoring card, and he was planning to use China.
Yeah, right, yeah. Cameroon got cooed back pretty high there.
Yeah, Cameroon didn't affect Africa, so maybe there isn't a scoring, but it was just a little suspicious to see that happen on turn 6.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you do it, well, this is you mean AR6?
Yeah, AR6.
Yeah, I mean, it gives them less cards to discard, but yeah, I'm not sure what that says about Derek's.
It also gives them more opportunity to discard more cards and less risk of drawing multiple scoring cards because you have 2 rounds to play it. That's the other reason you wait till turn 7 if you can.
Right.
Bear trap to try and steal 2. I would pick up Purge here.
Yeah, Purge is good. How do you feel about the Salt in general here?
I just don't like the Salt move, but if you're gonna do it, don't like.
I don't like.
If you're gonna event it, I would have waited until like Brush or ABM is in the discard.
No, I think Purge is strong enough, but I don't see the reason to raise DEFCON here because now you're granting more potential to
who's in Africa
Frank here, yeah, especially in Africa, and Thailand right now could be realigned, which is huge. A reline of Thailand and Zaire is a pretty big 5-year plan. That makes sense.
Derek has access to Thailand though, even if he does get realigned out.
I think we knew about 5-year plan.
We probably should have, yeah.
Distracted by the screen flickering.
Would you coup back with Brezhnev right now and drop?
Yes, I think you definitely
I think you have to drop DEFCON, right, to protect Thailand. Rolls against Nigeria gets high enough to get it back, but not high enough to overprotect.
With the Salt being active, you can't be too upset about that.
No.
And I
oh like my God, Purge and ABM.
ABM, Usuri, Purge, Puppet. This is a pretty good hand too.
Is it? I can't tell.
Well, he's got.
There it is. Yeah. Okay. Now I can see it. Oh,
that 5-year plan since turn 1. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's
Holy
rough.
Crap. Puppet. Oh my God.
Yeah, Usuri with Asia scoring
manageable. Yeah. This is almost a perfect dream hand. Like it's missing VOA and Grain. That's about it. No, don't play Puppets.
Grain was already invented.
Puppets is incorrect.
Why would you headlight Puppets? You're giving him a coup target.
Why would you take Red Scare and not headline? He's worried about Middle East. Middle East has already scored.
Missile Envy.
Oh, Missile Envy. Yeah.
If either way, he's going to get ABM or Purge if he Missile Envies you. That's
I think he just Purge. Yeah.
Yeah, like this is just the wrong, arguably the wrong play.
Yeah. Oh, Rush War. That's got to be going after Thailand.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in the game.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, it rolls a 4.
Gets it.
That is huge.
That was so important for Frank to hit that.
Yeah. Derek going for South America control.
Brazil. Yeah, you definitely coup Brazil here.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't like the Chile play here, I don't think.
Well, it's not coolable, and you get access to the southern half.
Big.
Yeah, it's going to be big. Oh,
nope. Oh, he got one. Okay, it was.
He does get. He is in. If I
thought he. Oh, he rolled a. What did he roll?
No, he should ABM this. I think.
He should ABM this. Just knock him out of the region completely. Don't let him. fuck
Exactly.
around.
You might lose Nigeria, I guess, which is the issue with it.
I think he's definitely.
I think we're basically out of 4-ops though.
Yeah, possibly.
Our power will bear you. We saw Muslim, NATO, and Marshall and Japan
Japan's
were
been played.
invented.
Yeah,
I
those are
think
all.
we saw NTB turn 3, so I think we're fresh out of 4-ops in the deck. With Purge and ABM here.
Punta.
Punta!
Punta.
Oh!
One hard on Chile.
Uh,
Did not get as lucky as he did last time. But yeah, now ABM is good for Argentina. See that? Oh, rolled
wipes
enough.
them out.
Rolled enough to wipe him out.
Well, if you got the scoring, you got to drop it.
You have to drop it, yeah.
Wait, what did Frank rush war over it? I think Junta was better. Junta guarantees you 2
Yes.
South American countries.
Maybe he was scared of missile envy though. Well, no, he just plays shuttle, so that can't be the case. So yeah, Junta makes more sense, I believe. Right.
And then just event brush war later on.
Oh,
Yep.
Usuri's gonna flip Dom again though.
Yep. Unless if Frank's got another 3-op in there.
Even then, he'd have to flip 2. It'll be 7-8 if he flips 1. And this really was a dream hand for Derek.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, this is definitely a very nice hand for him. Yeah. Well, I guess.
I'll fix 1 VP. It's not even that bad if you poke Saudi or Iraq.
I don't like the poke play, but
I mean, you're facing deep ball.
Oh, getting points on arms race.
Yeah.
That'll negate Asia a little bit.
Why is he not dropping?
He wants to protect Africa, I guess.
Okay, no, I don't think that's the right time for Argentina. I just think using Sadat here is pretty reasonable.
He just gave up 5 points there, which completely
for that one. Yeah.
Well, 2 from that, and then 3 from arms race. I mean, Frank just got 5 points in these last 2 ARs, which is going to be about what Derek gets back from the Asia score.
Yeah, Asia will score for 6 because of Afghanistan.
7, isn't it? He has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 5 points in countries to 3. Maybe it is 6, yeah.
That's threatens a ton of realigns, so now you
threatens to take Algeria
answer
too.
that.
Yeah, he has to answer that, and it threatens Algeria.
His hand's getting a little bad right now to be reacting to the board.
Yeah, if he needed to.
This is a big opportunity for Frank here.
Yeah, to wipe him out.
So do you take
should have
Algeria, or do you realign?
You realign.
I
would.
If you have 3 ops, I think you go Algeria, South Africa. If not, then maybe you realign. Oh, that's bad. This is a problem. 2 VPs.
2 VPs in Axis.
Must be holding something like VOA at this point.
I would have liked to see Asia dumped a little bit earlier than this.
Yeah, but it ended up working out for the most part. I think the ops spent in South America should have directed more in Africa, I believe.
Yeah, well, that was the AR that I would have rather just see Asia dropped at that point.
And you're saying you're leaving your space to your last AR because there's no way you're venting Allende here, so
you can't. Yeah,
this could be huge.
The lines are
only one done. That's rough. Knocked him completely.
Switching the target. I wonder why he did that.
Well,
I guess he thinks one's enough that it's either a coup or a 4-op flip.
Yeah. I mean, I would easily coup Zaire. You can get control of Africa.
I mean, subs is always good, but
subs is the only way he's going to be able to. Subs the only way he's going to be able to defend against Africa control.
No, it just means he'll score it before you can do anything. Because
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
So Frank did
Yeah.
draw VOA, which is good for him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Turn 7. So yeah, he has a good.
Nuclear nuclear subs is very strong here.
it's a good headline, but if you headline subs, Africa gets dropped right away, and then there's still the South America coup possibility. So I don't know what the right answer is, because if you don't subs, then Africa doesn't get scored, and maybe Zaire gets cooed and they go for control.
Well, if you don't subs, yeah, exactly. Control is a very big threat at that point.
Yeah. Well, Derek's going to have control of South America, so it's going to be close point swaps there.
Yeah, but you can probably take South America control here. You can do it without giving up Africa, though.
Right.
And again, Derek has with UN here and like France at 6. Honestly, is a pretty easy hand to play.
Yeah, it's not a bad one at all.
Like, Portuguese Empire is not very impactful.
Miss Colombia.
You just give up De Gaulle here, I guess.
The goal, yeah.
It's not ideal, but it's not the worst, you know.
No.
Now, Africa has to get scored here.
Derek did nuke subs, okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You could just take Zaire in South Africa, and if you want, still be the same VPs.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting what Frank decides to do, because Derek's gonna have to play Missile MB, so it's gonna limit his options on the next AR, on his first AR. If Frank hit both of his realigns pretty well, then this wouldn't be as tough of a decision.
I could see a 4-out play of like Zaire, South Africa to Mexico. I think that's pretty reasonable. And then let them use Missile MB to coup Africa, and you get the same BPs, but you at least get Mexico out of it.
Right.
You only have a 4-out if you redrew it, or if NTD.
That is also true. Yeah.
Just going to drop Africa now.
Which I think makes sense.
Yeah.
And then you see a South America control here, and now you have to. This is the time to roll 6s.
Yeah.
You gotta hit us.
Yeah, you've got to go for it. I mean, you go for Argentina or Venezuela, and you try to realign the other. That's the hope.
Here we go.
Let's see.
Ooh, and it's
that's a start.
That is
huge.
That is huge. But now Derek can just go.
But it's risky. It's not easy.
Oh no.
Okay, this is not the worst though. It's only 5 VPs. Oh wait, no, he doesn't control it though. Frank is.
You don't control the scoring though.
Got to go for Venezuela realign.
Yeah,
you have to.
I was going to say you have to knock him out of there. Then it's going to be tough for Derek to get control back. And I think it was smart to go on the upper half with Allende still out there.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it's just easier to take ops from.
That's
from 2 than the 3 in Chile. Looks like 1 in Colombia and.
Well, he played Summit, so
just 1 Colombia.
Yeah,
maybe he's just Brazil back. I guess he could.
There.
I guess he could jam Venezuela, but I don't.
It's not. There's no ops to do that though. Unfortunately,
he doesn't have another 3-op.
Yeah, but X is easily countered with another. Pretty much any op play by Derek. So I think he's just going to accept getting 2 VPs and not worry about going for risky realigns. Maybe try to get a position somewhere else, like Mexico.
Derek wants to know the cards that Frank has.
Mexico's a good one right now. Well, Derek's typing stuff, but the screen's black, so.
Yeah, like you need Central America Middle East and space to have a chance to war games. I think that's kind of the situation he's looking for. It's not being gone though. Mexico or Egypt is a huge priority, both Mexico and Egypt.
Yeah.
So he should really be trying to at least consider getting one of those right now.
Derek's definitely got to be happy that he has.
Oh
No.
He has VOA and he drew special. That's so unfair.
That's nasty. And Derek holds IP war for to continue. Oof.
How much influence is in the UK right now?
It's
6.
It's
I
6.
think Marshall, he put one in.
Marshall went in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, but
Oh, he drew and
he's
brain cells redraw as well.
and fails
It's been
base roll.
Extremely unlucky game for Frank.
Yeah, these cards are not in his favor right now. OPEC being spaced to prevent points going to Frank also is going to hurt.
I would like for Derek to hold a UN intervention and China card just to minimize any risk he has of losing to Lingaman.
Oh, he has to hold. He has to hold China card because if he plays it, then he loses domination in Asia.
It's also true.
yeah.
Like Allende is not the worst thing to event in the situation anymore.
Not anymore. And giving up kitchen debates.
Yeah,
This is getting pretty nasty at this point.
Praga makes sense. I like that play. I would not use Allende and UN together.
No, there's better cards you can use UN on, especially going in the late war, like I think you said.
I mean, and Fidel's also still in the deck. There could be a Central America control in the cards.
Yeah, which Frank really needs because his only domination is Africa right now, and if he can get domination in the Middle East, that's not really a high scoring domination.
I think that's the only way we can win this game is with Central America control. Maybe he could flip Asia, but I don't think so.
So UN is being evented on Allende.
Yeah, I think it's not a big mistake, but I think it's a small mistake.
And is able to flip Nicaragua.
With a big coup.
Yeah, got a big coup there. Derek probably wasn't happy with that.
Fuck. Honestly, though, I'm going to be honest, it's pretty painful. If they're streaming, I'm never doing this again.
And OAS is going to hurt.
OS always hurts.
Yeah. So this is going to break up Central America even more away from Frank.
Yeah, great usage of breaking Panama and realigning Mexico.
You're threatening to realign Mexico.
Exactly.
The coup hits huge on a Guatemala coup.
The mat roll.
The six comes out.
So Frank's rolls turning around in the late mid-war, hopefully strong in the late war as well.
Matt Panama.
His card draws are going to have to turn around though in the late war.
I think he's cool in Panama.
Yeah, and he failed. Rolled a 2.
I would have just put 2 ops in there, but
yeah.
War games, I think. Yep. This
So
probably game.
This is probably game.
That's GG.
It's headline
short of Muslim Rev. Muslim Rev followed by a Middle East scoring is the only thing that drags this out.
Yeah, but this game looks like it's over.
Or a missile envy, right?
Ooh.
Quagmire.
Missile envy. Oh yeah. Because that could be redrawn, but or like terrorism or something.
True.
That can.
True. Well, I guess Aldrich.
Yeah, Aldrich could do it too. He's got a. I mean, with it being the first turn in the late war, you gotta hope that he has war games if you have a hand attack card that can guarantee grabbing it, but it's like a coin flip at that point.
I mean, if you have Aldrich, you have to play it quickly when you're down 10 VP.
Yeah.
There's so many cards you want to hit. Like,
all right, let's see. Oh, headlining Europe, so that's going to be
hoping to hit defectors.
Yeah, but this is going to be a little painful. I can imagine trying to roll big on a East Germany coup. It looks like, and gets a 5, knocks it down to 3-5. Europe scoring puts it up to 16, and Derek will take the win in AR1 once it gets to him.
Oh, I feel like I'm having a seizure with this screen.
You can make it, Max. Don't give up.
No, I know it's short. I'm excited for the War Games win right now.
Unless if what can Frank do now? I guess just attack his hand, right?
Correct.
You could coup a battleground to end it faster, maybe.
Does he have
that is a reason?
Are there cards that he could possibly have, like nuclear test ban, to up DEFCON?
Just delay it, sure, but I mean, it just means you have to watch a black screen for like
his best chance
ARs.
is to play Quagmire.
Well,
the
he has
that he's stuck in Quagmire. Kevin
yeah.
Goody style. Like that's the best way he can do it.
Flag him to and here comes the win. Nuclear test ban would have prevented it, but probably wasn't worth it.
Yay!
GG. Yeah. All winners here.
Oh. Derek takes the win.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if they hop back on to the Discord.
Ask them if they started yet.
So Frank is no longer undefeated in the little Illinois tournament.
Right? Yeah.
Put one in the L column.
Yeah, if you wanna play a prank on them, just ask them if the game's why the game hasn't started yet.
Oh, he ended that stream. No more flickering, Max. We've done it.
Frank and Derek,
howdy.
Are we still live on the actual?
How's it going?
Yes,
it was
we
a
were
fun
still
game,
live,
wasn't it?
So, yeah, we're still live. Yeah, sorry about that, Frank. Access was tough for you that game.
Yeah, a bit of a rough one for me, but
yeah, there's like no access the entire game. Well,
yeah, I think you drew
like Vietnam Revolts
both twice.
And drew Allende as well.
Yeah. I mean,
where Derek's at. Oh, I got a very specific question to ask him.
Oh, okay.
So
go
Derek, do you feel bad? Because you drew disgusting hands the whole game and denied access.
I feel a little bad. I mean, it does feel like every time like Frank did something, I had the perfect card to counter it. Like that ridiculous coup you had on South Africa, and then I was holding Colonial.
Yeah.
That coup though was awesome. Yeah, exactly. I love that play.
And then we were thinking, is like if these things happen, there's actually potential, like a brush war flip in Thailand, and then Africa domination. Like there's starting to be more chances.
Internet just completely.
This thing started to happen, but every time you just had the right card to switch it back to where it was still a losing position.
So Formosan Resolution has been screwing me over so much recently, giving up Asian domination because of Taiwan.
Well, if you're never going to play the China card, then I'm going to play into Taiwan.
Yeah, this game it made sense because from a country count perspective, I think Taiwan was important anyway,
it was, yeah.
and it was a battleground for you. So
yeah, I was getting a little worried with Africa turning the way it did, but yeah, luckily South America went my way, and basically everything else did.
Well, and drawing nuke subs definitely helped protect you.
Yeah.
Completely.
Oh yeah, I had a garbage hand that turn 7 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew basically most of your hand.
Yeah, a redrawn special and redrawn grain
Redrew
sales.
grain and special.
Yeah, that's
and you're holding
bad.
VOA, right?
Yep, holding VOA, OAS, and an active kitchen debates. Summit, redrawn summit.
Yeah. I think you should have just invented Summit at that point.
Yeah.
Draws right there.
All right.
So, Derek,
Yeah.
what are the chances of a computer upgrade in the near future?
I've been thinking about it. I'm due. It's 7 years old or 8 years old at this. Actually, it's 8 years old at this point. So yeah, like, cause when I'm streaming and I'm sharing my screen in Discord and I have Twilight Struggle open, it doesn't like that.
Pretty bad.
Was the stream really bad?
Yes.
Max has something to say about
And
it.
if your computer is almost as old as
From our
Hassan, it's time
perspective,
to replace it.
There's a bunch of flickering.
Well, you had your choice between Derek's laggy computer and my ultra wide screen view, so
Yeah,
lose
I
for
wanted
you.
Frank. I wanted Frank.
I'd have been happy either way.
You would have had the collector's edition card art from my side too, which is always a
All
plus.
right, that would have annoying. I don't know what the cards are. I have to read them.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have access to those, but I never use them because I'm just not as familiar with the card art.
They're just not as clean and crisp to me. It takes a little bit more effort, I think.
Yeah. The only reason I got used to it is because when we play as Team Illinois, Matt uses the
Yeah, it's Matt's fault.
upgraded cards.
Well, yeah.
Thanks, Matt.
Why?
You
You
roll
gotta
better
learn
with those, Matt?
Do what?
I'm happy to be in a
Yeah.
Matt
Also, Matt, what the
sandwich.
hell? I did exactly what you said, and I rolled a 1 on that super important Thailand coup on turn 3.
Hey! You can't blame this on me.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Well, good game.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
Gunman was my only chance at the end.